The pocket down here is in fact a real Apollo pocket with a correct replica of the checklist that went in that. I'm showing off a replica of the utterly awesome NASA Apollo A7L spacesuit. It's likely the suit you picture when you think spaceman. This was the suit we used when we went to the moon all those times in the 1970s, before we stopped going to the moon. This suit, which was lovingly recreated by my friend Ryan Nagata using a mix of some real parts and painstakingly replicated ones, is going to Mars. It's one of the 6 custom suits that I am bringing with me to the conference. I'm also bringing a recreation of one of NASA's earlier spacesuits, the Mercury Suit. It's a metallic silver jumpsuit with a round helmet and large glass visor. It's silver only because NASA thought it would be more cool for it to be silver. They thought it would help them get bigger budgets and more cultural capital if the suits were exciting and futuristic looking. And back then, the future of space travel was shiny silver. I love little anecdotes like that. It reminds you that there's a human element to all of this. We weren't just going to space back then. We were trying to convince the world that we should want to go to space. We should want to push ourselves to the edge of the possible and bring out our best selves in the process. It's part of why I'm obsessed with collecting NASA stuff. I keep some of my favorite space artifacts in the drawer below here, including a couple of flown pieces and small artifacts. On eBay recently, I did a search for NASA Switch and came across an actual NASA Switch. So yeah, I'm always collecting, always searching. It's not just NASA spacesuits I'm bringing with me to Mars. I'm also bringing some Hollywood suits. In my collection, I've got a replica of the suit from Stanley Kubrick's 1968 masterpiece, 2001: A Space Odyssey. It is also shiny silver with a large helmet and big glass visor. I wonder where they got that idea. I'm also bringing a copy of John Hurt's suit from the original Alien movie from 1979, and it is not at all silver. Instead, it's kind of beige and yellow with verdigris weathered brass accents. It's dirty, worn, utilitarian. If the sleek and stylish 2001 suit represents what NASA hoped spacesuits would look like, this grungy environmental suit from Alien very well may be where spacesuits are headed in the future. Practical, well-used hardware, kind of like the next suit I'm bringing, a firefighter's turnout suit from MythBusters. It's a sandy brown getup with strips of reflective tape. It's not pretty, but it's genius on so many levels. It's protective, it's strong, and surprisingly so well built that it keeps you cool when it's hot out and warm when it's not. Lastly, I'm bringing a suit of armor based on one of my favorite movies from my childhood, 1981's Excalibur. I was 14 when this movie came out, and I thought the suits were mind-boggling to me. They were such a key part of the film. You know, in other movies, people wear regular clothes and suit up for battle, but not in Excalibur. In this movie, the knights wear their gear all the time. In meetings, to dinner, one character even has sex in a suit of armor. I became obsessed. After I saw the movie, my dad took me to the armor room at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and we made sketches for hours. Eventually, he helped me build a suit of armor out of pop rivets and roofing aluminum. I wore it to school my junior year on Halloween, and it was awesome, except that I passed out of heat exhaustion in the middle of math, but still, totally worth it. For me, this Arthurian armor, the firefighter gear, the spacesuits, they are all different facets of the same idea. It's this idea that humans can design and build things to put on our soft, naked bodies that make us impervious to the harms of the world. In the case of the armor, it's the ability to survive the blows of enemy weapons. With the NASA suits, it's surviving against the cold and the vacuum of space. This is what I plan to talk about at the Mars conference. Here's what I knew about the conference going in. It's put on by Jeff Bezos and Amazon. It's held at the Parker Resort in Palm Springs. There will be talks, demonstrations, and experts from across the world of science, many of them working on things that we can't even fathom.
Do you have any expectations of what this conference is going to be?
That's my friend Kishore Hari. He's part of my team going to Mars.
Like the personalities there and what they're going to discuss and their perspectives that they're going to bring.
My understanding is that this is